time with us on this lovely Saturday morning. I'm going to share my slides and dive right into it because I have a lot of things to go over too. And I'm going to try and get it all to you. And it's going to be a blast. So thank you for being here. Excited that we're all here to learn more and just expand and tap into success. So can everyone see the slides? Yes. Yes. Thank you, Erin. All right. So the energy equation is one of the keys to your success. And I spelled one wrong, but that's okay. I don't have to know how to spell. I know about my niche. No, I'm kidding. But so the energy equation is something that I'm going to dive more into. And this is the formula that I've created for myself, for my clients, that's really allowed me to tap into higher levels of energy, more clarity, more productivity, just being an overall optimized human being. And I call it the energy equation. And it's been evolving over time as I have evolved as a human, as a health coach, as a mindset coach, as someone that's really more into the holistic health and well-being of your overall body, right? So I have a question though, just so I get a little gauge. I like to be interactive. I like to ask people questions and see what's going on. So what does success with your health look like for you? Let me know in the chat and I'm going to keep talking. So I'm going to pause for 1 second, read this slide. The question is, what does success with your health look like for you? Think about that, drop in the chat. I'm going to keep going on. So we are here today because you understand the importance of your health and well-being and how it contributes to your success. So I really believe we've attracted, Stephanie and everyone, Brandy, we've all attracted people that understand that it's not just about post on social media and like do the thing and the strategy. Like we know that there's more levels and there's more depth to what success is for us and how it feels, what it looks like, and what really makes us happy and lit up, right? And so part of that is human designs, it is gene keys, it is manifestation, it is mindset, it is being in an optimal state of well-being, right? And so this all contributes to your success in different ways. And I've experienced in my own life, like it's not just a strategy, it's not just do this and message 10 people and all the things. It's like, okay, there's a deeper level. So yes, feel energy, life flow vibrating through me. Yes, so good. Just enjoy being alive. I love it. Keep dropping it. But so yes, we're here because this is like a holistic version of success, because in the past, I fell into the trap of, it's just getting that 10K month and getting more followers. And I'm not sure if any of you can relate, but it was this hustle, like very masculine, go energy, which is needed at times, right? But I was so caught up and I forgot like what truly I wanted and what success meant for me and what that looked like in our own unique way. So we're here to really tap into that holistic health. I'm so happy you're here. So I'm Pearl. Quick introduction. I'm a former dietitian turned entrepreneur. I quickly learned that the medicine and the healthcare system here is not actually meant for supporting our health and our well-being. It's really meant to keep us, suppressed and sick and just in a lower vibrational state. And I realized there was a lot of barriers to me actually helping people in the way that I learned, in the way that I know, and the way that was sustainable and really supportive for people. And I wasn't able to do that in the healthcare system. So I quit my job, became an entrepreneur, and I now help coach people through their own health, well-being mindset, and just really creating a life where they feel really good, not only about their health, but about all other things that they're pursuing. Because I'm a big believer in having a life that lights you up, not just the being optimal health, but also the life that gets to come with it. And through my journey, I've learned how to balance my own hormones, learn how to optimize my health. I used to experience some health things like mental health specifically, because your physical health also ties into your mental health. So for me, it presented as my mental health, anxiety, depression, low mood, lacking motivation. My PMS symptoms are all over the place. My hormones are out of whack. And I just realized there's a better way to live. There's a better way to feel. And I figured out what that was for me and built a lot of healthy habits around that. And what I've now created is the energy equation, which is what I teach and what I do with everyone. But it's the equation that really is going to help you tap into a deeper level of health and energy and just feeling more vitality and thriving from the inside out. So I'm obsessed with dancing. I love dancing. If you love dancing too, drop in the chat. Dancing is a huge part of my life. I'm a dancer and just really believe dancing is a really good thing to add into your daily life. Also for movement, but also for expression and emotions and just joy and just being silly and goofy. I think we all need more play and light in our life, and dancing is one thing that's really brought that into my life. And I'm also really obsessed with helping people feel really good, because I know my experience, I felt really bad for a lot of my life, and I discovered how I can feel really good, really optimized, really energized, really happy. And of course, I go through the ups and downs, but it's being in this higher vibrational state and you're able to navigate the ups and downs of life throws at you a little better, a little easier, right? And so I'm on a mission to help boss babes just like you, people that have big dreams and goals, optimize their energy, their mindset, and their health to really thrive and feel their success and whatever your success looks like to you. All right. So if you're here and you're feeling like you just can't figure it out, whether that's your health, whether that's, maybe you've been taking action in your business. If you're an entrepreneur and you're like, oh, but like something's not working, maybe I just can't figure out like what this missing piece is. I want you to know that it's okay. I've been there. A lot of us have been there, right? We've all, we're all figuring things out along the way. And I really believe you being here in this retreat, learning all these things is going to help you get a little bit closer to unlocking that next level of success, right? And I believe I learned earlier on, it's like, I was trying to figure out all the strategy and I'm like, there's actually more to this. And so if you feel like this right now, maybe you're frustrated with, maybe it's your health, maybe it's something else, maybe it's your mindset, maybe you're just knowing that there's so much more for you and you're wanting to reach that next level in your potential and you're feeling maybe stuck or stagnant, just know that we've all been there at times. Maybe, you're here and that's why you want to be here and learn these tools to implement. So know that it's okay. And I also want to tap into the fact that you have a dream. And if you want to share, drop in the chat. What are your dreams? What are you working towards? What are some things you're building in your life and creating for yourself? Because we all have big things. I believe if you're here, you're someone with big goals, big dreams, big missions. Like you want to make a huge impact. You want to help multiple thousands of people. Maybe it's 1 million. I don't know what your goal is, but you have big dreams and goals. And a big part of this is how you're showing up, is your energy, is your vitality, is how you're feeling, right? Yes, amazing, amazing. Yeah, an empire. You want to build an empire, right? Keep dropping in the chat. You want to maybe travel the world, have financial freedom, time freedom, whatever it is for you. And I know that you tapping into health, vitality, optimizing your mindset, all these things are going to help you get close to this dream that we're working towards every single day. I love that, Erin. Oh my God, we should connect because music is my jam. And I also want to get on stage and perform. It's a big dream of mine too. That's so cool. But yes, we'll chat more later. Okay, focus. I love reading the comments though and seeing what everyone's up to. So this is an analogy I'm going to share with you. And this analogy has absolutely changed my life and how I operate and how I view myself on a day-to-day basis. So I want to say that you are a sports car, all right? And I want you to drop what sports car you are in the chat. Okay, my dream sports car is an Audi R8. Now, I couldn't find a picture in time of an Audi R8, so I have a Mercedes here. This car is pretty cool too, okay? You are a sports car, all right? Drop what car you are in the chat, and this is what you're going to relate back to in every way when I'm talking about my energy equation. I'm an Audi R8. They're sexy, they're sleek. Oh my, I have the car. It's white. I have red interior, black rims, like great sound system. Like get specific here, but I'm a sports car and it's one of the hottest cars in the planet, all right? And when I say this, I mean that you have your own unique way of being. You have your own energy. You have your own way, your personality, how you do things, right? And this is very unique and it gets to be a sports car. And why I say sports car is because I truly believe a lot of us as entrepreneurs we have higher goals, bigger dreams. We just have a different type of drive. And I'm not saying it's better or worse and like we're better than people. I'm just saying we have a different type of drive. There's people in the world that have bigger missions. You want to make a huge impact. And this is like the sports car version of people. That's what I see. And I really want to help people like this because when we have these big goals and big missions and want to impact people, we need to actually operate at a higher level. Let me know if you agree. We need to operate at a higher level. We need to hold space for more people. We need to show up a certain way. We need to really, be doing the thing. And we are doing the thing, but the challenge I see that people are holding themselves back and not reaching that next level. Most are treating themselves like an old rusted beat down car. Remember Rusty from Cars? And I see this and I'm like, oh, wow, we have all these big dreams and goals and it's incredible. Yet you're treating your sports car, which is your body, like an old rusted beaten down car. You're not taking care of it. You're not taking it for maintenance. You're not getting an oil change. You're not upgrading the software. Like when the engine light goes off, you're not taking it into the store. And I'm going to explain more about everything. And then you expect to show up a certain way and be this high performing, focused, productive, really, high level human being as an entrepreneur, yet you're not doing the things to get your sports car running in the way it needs to. Is this landing yet? Let me know if it's landing. So our body is one of the most incredible machines, one of the most intelligent, we still don't understand so much about our body. But from what I've experienced in my life, if you can understand just a little more how to operate better, think better, feel better, move better, just be a more higher vibrating human, it's like unlocking the manual to your sports car, right? The sports car has different levels. We have different gears. We can shift things. Just need to know how to learn how to drive it. But we have all this potential within us. And when we learn how to actually drive it and take care of ourselves and tap into that next level, things so totally shift. So it's time to take it to high gear. Okay. Now, if you're here and you're like, I don't know what's happening. I don't know if I want to go to high gear. It's okay. Choose what you want to do. Your next level might be high gear level 10. Like, I don't know where you are in your journey right now. I'm so happy it's landing, Erin. But whatever that looks like for you, it's time to take it to high gear. I know for myself, there's lots of areas in my life that I've been holding back. And maybe for you, that's your health. Maybe for you, that's your mindset. But I'm like, you know what? I am this beautiful sports car. I have all this potential, this knowledge, and you all are too. You're so passionate about what you're doing. You have big goals. You really have this view, a vision for life. And like, I believe we're all beautiful in our own unique way, and we hold ourselves back through many ways. One of them is not taking care of ourselves. One of them is, not believing in ourselves, your mindset, your self-worth. And so it's time to take it to high gear, right? We're no longer going those low gears and like shifting and like, breaking down on the road. Like, oh no, like we're going to learn how to take it to high gear and ride smoothly in the fast lane. I just vision like we're just riding the fast lane, driving through. Okay. So how we're going to do that is something I call the secret equation, which is the energy equation. And this is something I've created over the years through working with people and with myself and just navigating and learning a lot about health and mindset and sleep and all like the core foundational things that really make a big difference in your health and well-being. So the energy equation is M&Ms. The M is for mindset. The N is for nutrition. The M is for movement. And the S is for sleep. Okay, if you can master these 4 things, of course, there's other things that really impact your energy, but these 4, if you can get these like 70% dialed in, like you are so primed for higher frequency operations. I don't know if that's the word, but for higher performance, right? So mastering your mindset, optimizing your nutrition, more movement in your life, and improving your quality of sleep. I'm going to go through these. So I view your energy as a fuel to your dreams and success, right? Like, everyone has unique energy, your unique blueprint, your human design, your gene keys, like who you are as a human, your soul's purpose, like what you're here on earth to do, and also how you share that energy with the world. And I believe this energy is the fuel for your dreams and success. Now, different cars need different types of fuel, correct? So if you have a sports car, if you ever have owned a sports car, God, you love that, Chris. My dad owns sports cars. I'm a car girl. I grew up with my dad for the latter part of my life. He has like 3 cars. He loves cars and he's all about the cars and the taking care of them. And so this analogy just resonates so hard with me. And if it doesn't resonate with you, maybe, make the link. But I think everyone can like get with the car, right? So a lot of sports cars need really high levels of gas, right? Like 91 octane or 97 octane. And that gas is more expensive. But when you buy a sports car, you understand that your price tag is a little higher, right? So when we have these big dreams and goals we set for ourselves, and we have, this maybe a vision that's been planted in you, and you're like, I don't know why, but like, I feel really called to create this massive empire and do this thing. That's amazing. So that now that this is what you're doing, you have a higher price tag. So you need to increase your fuel. You need to increase the quality of how you're treating your body, how you're treating your car, and what goes into it. So it's time to stop cheaping out and buying the cheap gas because you're making excuses for why you can't make time to eat healthier, move your body, whatever. We're going to talk about that. But it's actually time to understand that, I actually need to be putting better fuel in this car because it's a sports car and it needs to run smoothly, right? And that's what's going to take me to my success and my dreams. So the first step in increasing your fuel, getting it more optimized is by mastering your mindset. All right. And I'm going to remind you, you are a sports car. I don't know if anyone dropped any dream cars in the chat. Oh, GTI. I see one. I haven't looked. Jeep. Okay. Ooh, Aston Martin. Yes. Yes. Luxury RV. I love that. Whatever your version of sports car is, like it doesn't have to be a sports car, but like viewing yourself as this high quality, like I am exquisite. I am special. I am unique. I have this huge vision and I deserve to pursue this. I deserve to feel my best as I'm pursuing it. Like that is the mindset. And here it's really shifting and raising your standards for how you treat yourself and how you feel on a daily basis, right? And this comes down to some deeper work, and I can't dive into it too much, but understanding that when you were younger, we had a certain standard of living, right? That's what we learned from our parents, from whoever raised you, from your caregivers. And that's what you knew. And then you're like, okay, this is how life works. This is how we do things. This is how we eat. This is how we move, maybe whatever your movement habits are. You just learn habits when you're younger. And for me, a lot of my habits weren't serving me. They weren't great. My mindset wasn't great. Just like how I was conditioned was actually really toxic in a way. And I realized that, and I was like, oh, whoa, like, I don't want to feel crappy. I don't want to make myself feel like shit. I don't want to, talk to myself in this way. I don't want to think to myself and think about myself in this way. And understanding that you get to raise your standards for how you treat yourself, for how you think about yourself, for how you feel, for the things you do every day. Because when you're a sports car racing towards your goals in the fast lane, you deserve that fast lane treatment. Right? And how you treat yourself is a direct reflection how you show up and how you do things and how you integrate with clients and your relationships. And it all comes together. Like, I believe how you do everything, how you do anything is how you do everything. And so if you just raise your standard to shift your mindset and realize, okay, if I'm this high level sports car, this high vibrating, high performing human being, how do I speak to myself? Right? How do I eat? Like, tap into that higher version of yourself. What does she do? How does she show up? How does she eat? Does she move her body? And I want you to take a moment and maybe take a note later to journal on this. Like, what does your highest level of yourself, your sports car version, when you're in the fast lane cruising, what's happening, right? What are you doing? How are you feeling? And how can we align the things we do every day to get ourselves to feel that way, to speak to ourselves that way, to be that version of ourselves? And the more you can tap into that every day, then we're going to get yourself to that standard, right? Because how you show up for yourself will be reflected in how you show up online and with others in your containers, and your energy frequency that's been raised because your standards are now raised is going to attract more to you, right? It's kind of like when you're raising your vibration, you attract those desires way faster because there's less shit in the way to get to you, right? So this is where the mindset is, no, I deserve to take 5 minutes break. I deserve to go eat. I'm hungry. My sports car is telling me the engine needs to be checked. I'm going to go take it in because it's expensive. You are expensive and you're worth it. So that's something really, there's way more deeper, but it's like an inner worthiness, shifting your limiting beliefs, like your self-concept, your belief about yourself and what you deserve and how you deserve to live your life. And that's like a whole mindset work that I work on with people, but like just getting that worthiness into you and be like, yes, I am worthy and I'm doing this. And if I do this, it's gonna make me feel better. And then when I feel better, I do better. When I do better, I get towards my dreams and goals. And this is where you deserve to tap into that higher level of yourself because you are expensive. Okay. Step 2, let me know if it's landing so far. Step 2 is optimize your nutrition. Oh my gosh, Erin, yes. That is such a big one, celebrating you right now. You deserve that premium fuel, girl. Okay, so optimizing your nutrition. Now, your nutrition is how you elevate the quality of your fuel for your sports car. All right. We're no longer doing that 90, like 87 low crap, whatever ass octane. Like, we're optimizing our nutrition. And so the one thing I'm going to share, there's so much nutrition and that's like, it's much in depth, but the one thing I want you to walk away here with is eating balanced meals. Okay. And it was going to make sense, but eating balanced meals. Now, I don't know where you're at in your life with your nutrition goals and your health journey, but I know for a fact, every single human I've ever worked with can eat more balanced meals. And what this looks like is having meals that have about half your plate full of vegetables and high nutrient dense foods, like fruits and vegetables, leafy greens, things like that. The other quarter of your plate is lean proteins, protein-rich foods, right? Another quarter of your plate or meal is starch or grain, whole foods, complex carbohydrates, right? And it really gets to be this simple. I find a lot of people complicate what they eat, and the simpler, the better. So every time I eat a meal, I'm like, okay, do I have some vegetables? Cool. Do I need more vegetables? Probably. Everyone can add more veggies to their plate for a fact. Okay, do I have some proteins in here? No. What can I add for protein? Do I have some carbs and, healthy starches, some complex carbs that have protein? Let's add that, right? And so this can look differently for everyone because I believe we all get to eat the foods we love, but just make it balanced. When I work with people, it's never oh, you can't eat that. It's yeah, you can eat that, but how do you just make it more balanced? And why this is important is because it's a blood sugar regulation thing. It's also a hormonal thing. It's also a gut health thing, but we're not going to dive too deep into that. But understand, like, eating balanced meals allows you to support your hormones, support your gut health, support your mental health, and so many other things. And so I'm just going to pause here. Does this make sense so far? Balanced meals, right? Eat half your plate vegetables, a quarter of it has protein, quarter of it has some starch and carbs. Does that make sense so far? Yeah, amazing. I'm glad you're working on that, Chris. Okay, so keeping it simple, that's the basics of balanced meals. Now, why this is important, I'm just going to take you through a quick explanation of the blood sugar roller coaster. So what happens, and this is going to tie into your car and the fuel, okay? So what happens is when we're eating food, it gets broken down into glucose, and glucose goes into the bloodstream, and that is our energy source for the body. That's the fuel for your car, right? Now, when we have sources of glucose that aren't as whole, such as pop or candy or like processed foods, white breads, things like that, or when we're eating glucose rich foods, carbohydrates, without having balance. So let's say you just eat a piece of white bread without anything versus eating a whole wheat piece of toast with peanut butter and some fruit, that causes a difference in how our body responds to our blood sugar levels. So when we eat a food that is not protected by proteins and fiber, it goes into our bloodstream really fast, and like we shoot up here and we get lots of blood sugar in our blood, and it's like, oh wow, there's so much sugar here, and our body's like, yay, take in all the sugar, this is great, we need sugar for fueling our body, which is true. But because it's been such a fast increase, because the source wasn't a quality source of glucose, we spike back down, and we get that drop in our blood sugars. We get the sugar cravings, we get the 3 p.m. slump, we get the moodiness, we lose focus, the brain fog, maybe you feel a little anxious, maybe you want to take a nap, you reach for that third cup of coffee, and that's that feeling when your blood sugars are low. That's what usually happens. In the car terminology, that's when your car breaks down. Your car's like, we're thriving. It's like you go pedal to the metal. You're like, whoa, yeah, it's so good. Yeah. And all of a sudden your car's like breaking down because it's not a sustainable source of quality fuel, right? So when we want to have a sustainable source of quality fuel, we want to stay within this range here. And it's not like this, woo, like there's not this like random go and stop, like you're in traffic and you're going back and forth getting whiplash. You know what I mean? It's this slow, like you're on a road trip, cruising along the road and the wind's blowing your hair and like you're chilling, sustainable, right? So we want to get here as often as possible. And we do that through balanced meals, because when we have the other components, the protein, the fiber, right, the healthy fats, the body is able to break down the food in a much more sustainable way. And that's more quality fuel for our body, because then you can ride for longer. You can ride and coast along that road for longer, and your blood sugars will not drop that low. So you're not going to get a breakdown. You're not going to have your car have that flash engine light, like, oh, we're hungry, we have a headache now, and we need something for energy. It's more sustainable. And this is our 91 high quality premium fuel with that balanced meal. All right, so that's where we are. That's where we want to be as often as possible. So the more often you can get these balanced meals in, the more sustainable it's going to be. You're going to feel more energized, be more productive, be more focused, have less slumps, have less highs and lows, and just overall optimize. Like your mood is better, your hormones are more balanced, you sleep better, you feel better. There's so many pros to this, but this is the gist of it. Is that making sense so far? I know, Wonder Bread. Oh my gosh. Geez. Yeah. Blood sugar drops. It does. There's psychological reason why once blood sugar drops, you get anxiety. That's another topic. But yeah, so keep your sugar levels within here. So when your body tells you you're hungry, when your car is like, check engine light, it's really important to listen to that and to acknowledge your hunger cues, acknowledge your intuitive hits. When your body's like, okay, it's time for a break. Okay, I need more water. Okay, I'm going for a walk. Like all these little signs that your body needs to be taken care of, your car needs some maintenance. It's really important to listen to that, because that's going to allow you to just be better optimized and have a smoothly running car so you can further continue on the journey, right? Okay. Step 3 is daily movement. Okay. Getting movement in daily. Now, when I say movement, I'm not talking about like, you need to exercise, go to the gym for an hour, lift these weights. Oh my God. No. Like if you love being in the gym and that's your jam, amazing, then get it. But just moving your body every day in a way that works for you. And you get to choose what that is. And that gets to look different if you want. Because not going to the gym, getting movement into your body is the oil to your machine, right? We have this beautiful machinery, right? We're this sports car. We have this high quality, like expensive material, and we're not oiling it. And it's getting clunky and we're getting sore. And, our brain's not functioning how it's meant to be. And, maybe you're feeling tight and like you have tension here and you're just not smoothly running because you're not oiling your machine. So movement is so key because you get your blood flowing, you get all these nutrients flowing through your body, and it gets to be as simple as you want it. It can be a walk every day. It can be yoga. It can be dancing. It can be going to a class 3 times a week and a walk on the other days. Like you get to choose what movement looks like for you, but it's really important to get this in every day for your overall optimal well-being and for your joints and for your body functioning and just to get your blood flowing and get those endorphins into your body. Because the oil that you put in your machine needs to be higher quality because we have a higher quality car, right? Another thing I want to add here is that because entrepreneurs, we use so much of our cognition, like we use so much of our brain, we're always thinking, right? We are super, in our brain and have all these ideas and downloads and we got to do this. And we're, definitely always go in a way. And it can be great, but taking a moment to get into your body and move and get out of our head and come down and just like be in flow and be in our feminine, whatever that looks like for us, and taking space to just like not do something that's like so cognitive, maybe something more creative, using your body, using movement or whatever art form, whatever creative form looks like, that is going to help fuel you even more, right? When we move our body, because we use our brains so much during the day, we actually help fuel our brains through movement because we create something that's called BDNF. It's brain-derived nootropic factor. It's a fancy way of saying I like to call it brain juice, but it's this factor that helps support our brain health. It helps support our brain to create more neurotransmitters, to think better, to think clearer. And so when we move our body and exercise, we create this neurotransmitter, this nootropic that supports our brain health. And that is the oil to our brain. And the movement's also the oil to our machinery. So just moving every day, finding what that looks like for you. I suggest at least half an hour, but 15 minutes is good too, honestly, finding a schedule that works for you. Maybe it's 30 minutes on one day, 15 minutes, maybe it's more intuitive, whatever that looks like. But getting that movement in is so key so you can have a properly fueled working machine, okay? Now, the last step to this is that, Nicole, well, you can check that engine, girl. Step 4 is improving your quality of sleep. So sleep is like the maintenance, okay, of your car and the tune-up of your car. Now, sports cars, we need better quality tune-ups. Like when you take your sports car into the dealer, it's expensive because they do a really good job. They're like, okay, what's a nice car? We got to make sure this is done and this is done and we can't miss this. And they make sure they do a good job. So when we sleep, that's what it's like to our body, but it's the quality of sleep we're getting that's important. Because when we get enough REM cycles, in our REM cycles, when our body does the maintenance and recoveries, when our body is actually the most active, we have all the cells that are going around cleaning up, doing this, organizing this, metabolizing this, and our brain is like functioning and doing everything that we've done in the day and like categorizing all the things and like helping us restore. And it's just the things that happen during sleep are actually phenomenal. It's like magic. So when we're not getting deep sleep, we are interrupting that maintenance, that tune-up. So when you wake up, maybe you're not feeling well rested. Maybe you're feeling groggy. Maybe you're feeling sluggish. Like, oh, I'm so tired. I just want to stay in bed. And getting good quality sleep is going to help you function better and be high performing. So the biggest keys to improving your quality of sleep is your bedtime routine. And it doesn't have to be this long, drawn out, like hour-long thing where you're like, but it does have to be something that calms you down, that brings your body from the higher beta state to a lower state in terms of your nervous system, a more relaxed state. One of the best ways to do this is through deep breathing. So before bed, taking 15 minutes or half an hour to decrease, turn off your lights, decrease the environment, maybe put on some music, take some deep breaths and just relax and release any stressors. Or maybe you need to journal it out because your brain keeps going and you can't turn off your brain. Maybe journal and brain dump things for the morning. Maybe it's a stretch. Maybe it's a meditation, whatever is going to get you into that state. And for sure, increasing your blockage or decreasing blue light in the evening is going to help you create more melatonin. It's going to help you sleep better. So using blue light blockers, buying blue light glasses. And I would say like trying to match blue light blockage with the sun if you can. So whenever the sun goes down, it gets dark, you put your blue light blockers on, you turn your phone on sleep mode or night mode, and you change the frequency of the blue light. So you can start to tell your body, oh, it's time for bed soon. Your body will start to create the endorphins and the chemicals it needs because it knows sleep time is coming. And that's super important to let your body know that this is happening. Because when your body's prepared for sleep, you can get more into that REM cycle faster and fall asleep faster. So you can have more time in your maintenance and tune up for your sports car. Okay. So that's what I'm going to share there. Wow. Okay. We're going to wrap up very soon. So I just shared the energy equation. How's it landing so far? Are we feeling good? Let me know in the chat. So we got our sports car. We got to take care of it. You got to get your mindset right. You got to treat yourself like you're worthy as balls and you're expensive because you are. Get your nutrition right. Get that fuel at a higher quality. Movement, move your body, get that oil, get that movement, get that brain juice, okay? So you can function better. And then sleep, make sure you're maintaining your car and tuning it up every single night so you show up the next day at a high level. Now, the biggest objection I work with entrepreneurs and we're all so busy, right? We're so busy, we don't have time, your schedule is packed, you have back-to-back client calls, maybe you're a mom and you have this and that and this, and you gotta go, and there's so much, and like, oh, I don't have enough time to do all these things. Like, what do you mean you want me to work out and eat healthy? So there's a couple of things here, but the biggest thing I'm gonna share is that we make time for what matters most, always. We make the time for what matters the most. And your health and well-being does matter the most, in my opinion, because if you're tired, if you're lacking energy, if you're not focused, if you're not productive or present, like it affects every area of your business. Imagine you create content in way less time because you're focused and you're in the zone and your brain's working, you're optimized. You create content in 10 minutes instead of an hour, or you create 5 pieces of content in half an hour when you're in the zone because your brain's on point. Right? Or when you're with your clients, you're getting these great downloads and you're really giving them a beautiful experience and you're present with them because you're focused and your brain's not going off about what you need to do later because you're able to really be present with them. And that makes your client experience better and makes them feel seen and heard and supported. And they go and share that, wow, I had this amazing coach that makes me feel incredible. And then they give you referrals. Or maybe it's when you're at home in the evening with your partner, your loved ones, and you're just like, oh, I can turn off because I have the space and I was productive during my day and I got enough done. So then now I can spend time with people and fuel my cup and be, have my emotional needs met or have my happiness levels met, whatever that is for you, because that matters too. So we make the time for what matters. But when you're more optimized, more productive, more efficient, and you're feeling good and you're in tune with yourself and your car is running smoothly down that fast lane, things get to be easier. So you do have time to make it work if you choose to, right? And the biggest thing I see that I want to share before I wrap up is that we get to stay in our own lane. And the biggest reason why so many people I work with, they don't have time is because they're too busy comparing themselves to others and rushing themselves along the process. And they like, well, no, because I have to do this and my business has to get to this level in 3 months. And no, but I need more clients. I need to make more money. And but this person had a 10K launch, but like, and they're like, and I'm like, shh, like, let's take a breath. We get to stay in our own lane. Your timing is perfect for you because the rush and the go, and the hustle is causing you to not tend to your own human needs. It's causing you to affect your mental health, your physical health, your happiness, your body, how you're showing up. And it's affecting ultimately your quality of life because you're rushing for a goal that you're seeing everyone's getting all these wins and big money. And like, you're going to get there too. But it's really important to stay in your own lane and make sure as you're cruising down the fast lane, your car is not breaking down every 2 seconds because you're acknowledging that the engine light is on and, oh, I should probably check this. And you're taking it to the maintenance shop and you're getting the oil changed and you get back on that road and like, I'm on my own lane. My car is in good shape. We're thriving. I'm playing music. I'm having a good time. So I'm enjoying the journey as you're building your empire. You're enjoying the journey and you stay in your own lane and you're able to focus and tune into what's right for you and what your design is and what your gene keys are, and being so clear that your value is so needed in this world. And the way you can show that is by taking care of yourself and tuning into what's going to work for you and not getting distracted by all the noise out there, and making time to take care of yourself and not getting rushed, because you're right where you need to be and your timing is perfect. So this is one thing that I see that I want to share, because you have time. You're just rushing yourself and getting distracted by other people's goals. But remember why you're here, what your goals are, and create that in a way that works for you, that's so supportive for what you want to create for your own life, not for others, not for the money. Like whatever your goals are, make sure you get there in a way that is helping you stay on that lane, enjoying the ride, enjoying the road, and thriving. All right. So whatever you took from this, I hope you took some notes. Take action. Where can you level up your mindset, raise your standards? Where can you treat yourself like you're an expensive piece of beautiful machinery, because you are? Where can you improve your sleep, improve your nighttime routine, set better boundaries, get off of that phone half an hour before bed? You don't have to get back to everyone all the time. Where can you, move more, take movement breaks, go out for a walk, right? Take these notes and take action. This will actually change your entire life and how you show up in your business. Thank you so much. If you want to connect with me, my name is Pearl. My program is the Energy Equation. And if you want to learn more about how I can support you in fueling your success and getting that sports car all primed up, let me know. But thank you so much for your time. And I will look at the comments now. Appreciate you all. Thank you. Thank you.